Right, so this says, due to unforeseen circumstances, we will be closed until the 10th of August. Right, so today is actually the 11th of August and they're still closed. And I'm going to explain to you how God works. Right, so that shop, I already did a video and I mentioned it in passing. But I wanted to see what was going to happen after the 10th. Right, so they've had a sign in the shop permanently looking for staff. So this guy, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe a couple of years ago when I first was with my sister, he got in contact with me. My brother went to buy fabric from his shop, and he asked my brother to tell me to come and see him because my brother said I was going to make the blinds for him. So anyway, it was a while, and a long story short, I'll just cut to the chase. So eventually he got in contact with me, he needed somebody, and obviously I've been doing this for a long time and I can do whatever it was that he needed me to do. But what he wanted me to do was to do alterations, and you don't get a lot of money for alteration. So he had these big heavy interline pinch pleat curtains that he got made cheaply at the factory, because you can see when something's made at the factory and when it's made properly, right, you can see the difference. So he, to save money, which is what people tend to do, they get it done cheaply, and then they factor in that well, if it's not quite the right length or the right width, we can always get somebody to alter it. So that's where I was supposed to come in. So he's going to pay me a pittance, despite the fact that he knows I'm at my sister's place and I've got limited space. So he wanted to pay me, or whoever took on the job, to alter these curtains and pay them a pittance, or pay me a pittance. So obviously that's not what I do. I make curtains, and well, I hardly make curtains because you get more money for making blinds. It takes less time to make a blind, and you can earn 3 times as much for making one blind than you can making a curtain in the same amount of time, a pair of curtains in that amount of time. So it's not cost effective for me to make curtains. I very rarely do, unless I'm doing a favor. Anyway, so the sign is still up. I don't know, unforeseen circumstances, but irrespective of what it is, if you've got staff, even if it's a bereavement or something, you would keep the business going. There would be somebody there. So for example, my personal trainer went on holiday. Get off me, bastard. A wasp landed on me. Right, my personal trainer went on holiday recently for 2 weeks, and he had staff because he's got standards. And he's not cheap. He's got staff, so he hired people. I was with him last year. I think I did maybe 3 months last summer, and then I had to, because of work purposes and all, I couldn't sort of like keep up the schedule, so I dropped out, and then I started again. So I'm now in my 3rd month with him. But this time I've worked it out strategically so I can continue. But last year, when I first started training with him, I saw him interview people. People were there, you thought they were doing good, and then they leave. But he's got a good team of people around him now. He managed to get the right people. And hey, how you doing? Long time. Have a nice weekend. See you. Take care. Bye. This delivery driver that fancies me. Right, but the good thing with him is, I've just sort of like changed the conversation slightly. The good thing with this delivery driver is, because he delivers fabric, he knows that I'm always busy. So he leaves me alone. In fact, one Sunday he turned up. he turned up at my sister's flat. You know, he pressed the buzzer, turned up, and it's like, I'm thinking, what you doing here? You know, because I don't sort of like socialize with people in that manner. So I just have the excuse that I'm always busy. It's not a lie, it's the truth, I'm always busy. But obviously I can make time if I need to. So he's just driving by and he's just waved. Or rather, he just slowed down. But I digress. Anyway, so well, with the curtains and the blinds, it's more cost effective making blinds. And I can tell you for nothing, there is no money whatsoever in doing alterations. Zero money. So this guy tried to use his brains. I don't know if he was trying to get people in, and nobody was that stupid to do the job. So the sign has been up for as long as he's been here at this branch, looking for experienced staff. No experienced staff is going to want to do cheapo alterations and earn a pittance. Right, so I go back to my personal trainer. So he got people who were committed, you know, sort of like filtered out, and to the point where he could confidently go away on holiday for 2 weeks and not have to worry that his business is going to fall apart. And all because he's got standards, and it's not about chasing money, you know, getting people in and paying them as little as possible, but expecting them to have high standard, the standards that he has, work to the standard that he expects. What I say, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys, right? So interesting. So I was on the other side of the road walking, but I crossed back over so that I could read the sign, because today's, as I said, is the 11th, and they were going to be closed until the 10th. So let that be a warning. The other thing was, I met one of the ladies just now going to the day center. She's a pensioner. She's going to her day center where she goes on a Monday and a Thursday. And it took her a while to recognize me. Obviously, I recognize her because in the pool, I don't look the same. I dress, you know, you're in the pool wearing a bikini. You see the way I dress. Right, so it took her a while to recognize me. But then she said, oh, I normally see you on Tuesdays in the pool, which is correct, because I go straight after training, or I used to. And I said to her, I don't go anymore. And in fact, what I did was, she got off at the wrong bus stop, so I walked with her, because I'm that kind of person. She got off one stop early, so I walked with her. She uses a stick. And as we walked, we talked. So I said, no, you won't see me there anymore. And I gave her a breakdown of what it is. And I said to her, about people who lie and create problems for other people, it is better that a millstone be hung around their neck. Right, so I give you the example of the guy there where he's trying to cheat people. I don't know if he's managed to cheat anybody and it's caught up with him. But interestingly, like the manager of the gym, he's South African. Right? South African, and I don't mean black South African, the other South African. And if you want to call me racist, go ahead. I'm not saying that. I'm just making the distinction that, like the manager who pocketed my 307 pounds, this guy is also South African. Make of that what you will. All right. So anyways, it's been an interesting morning thus far. Exercise session was amazing. And I'm walking, look at my feet. I'm walking very, very slowly and enjoying the sun. And then I shall head back, cool down briefly. Got my stash of watermelon. So I will have some watermelon and very slowly cool myself down, continue with my work, and be done by 12. All right, so enjoy your day, look after yourselves, and don't cheat people if you want to live long and happy. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth it. All right, take care. Bye.